Unit 9 Real Estate Market in Practice. In this age and day, the demand for real estate and land investments continues to increase. The land is a finite resource and therefore its value will constantly be increasing. In this unit, we will focus on how real property markets operate in practice and the specific areas, price measurement, professional methods of valuation, appraisal, and possible impact on price formation. The measurement of real estate prices is a challenging area. That is mainly due to the fact that there are usually severe data limitations and several complex conceptual issues involved, such as adjusting for quality changes. Real estate appraisal is the process of developing an opinion of value for real property. As discussed previously, real estate appraisals are conducted under some set of assumptions about transactional markets, and those assumptions are captured in the definition of value used for the appraisal. Real estate transactions usually require appraisals because they occur infrequently and every property is unique, especially their condition, which is a key factor in valuation, in comparison with other investment types like corporate stocks, which are traded daily and are identical. The following elements play a key role in valuation: condition, location, upgrades or improvements. Appraisal reports are the main source of mortgage loans, settling estates and divorces, taxation, and other, and are sometimes used to establish a sale price for a property. There are three popular groups of methodologies for determining real estate value, and they are independent of each other. A. The sales comparison approach. This approach is based on the principle of substitution, comparing a property's characteristics with those of comparable properties that have recently sold in similar transactions. Therefore, a rational individual would not offer to pay more for a real property than it would cost to buy a similar substitute one. B. The cost approach. This approach is based on the fact that a rational individual, the buyer, will usually not pay more extra for a property than it would cost to build an equivalent one. C. The income approach. Similar to the methods used for financial valuation, securities analysis, or bond pricing. This approach allows consultants and investors to estimate the value of a property by taking the net operating income of the property and dividing it by the capitalization rate. The income approach is typically used to value commercial and investment properties. Real estate is a multidimensional sector that represents an essential amount of most people's wealth and is driven by several key factors. 1. Construction, costs of construction and material and construction production. 2. Interest rates, they have a major impact on the real estate markets. 3. Government policies, related to real estate, ownership, etc. 4. Building permits, the indicator of future activity in the construction sector. 5. Property price indices, see 8.5. 6. The economy. The Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors, RICS, Cyprus Property Price Index is published on a quarterly basis and focuses on quarterly price and rental index that tracks property and rental prices across all districts and main property types in Cyprus. The information provided by RICS is based on the average price and rent of the sub-districts monitored per urban centre per sector. During the second quarter of 2017, the Cyprus economy showed further signs of stability, with a seasonally adjusted quarterly GDP growth of 0.9% and an annual seasonally adjusted GDP growth of 3.5%. Unemployment remained at relatively high levels, on a continued downward trend to a 10.8% from the high levels of 17%. Given prevailing economic conditions and the marginally improved confidence in the Cyprus banking system, there are relatively higher transactions during the quarter and improved market sentiment. Financial institutions, despite their NPLs, have been more willing to provide access to finance, and there is an increasing interest from locals. The property price index has recorded increases on an annual basis in all cities and asset classes, with significant increases being recorded in Limassol, Nicosia and Larnaca, whilst Paphos and Paralimni have shown smaller annual increases. RICS, 2017. Cyprus Property Price Indices. Residential property, I, apartments. The average sale price for an apartment in Cyprus in 2016 was €102,005, while in 2015 it was €100,659, figure 10. The average monthly rental rates for apartments in Cyprus in 2016 were €342, while the 2015 yearly average was €324, figure 11. Note: apartment prices and rents according to RICS are based on 85 square meters, 2-bedroom, medium quality. II houses. The average price for a house in Cyprus in 2016 was €333,321, whilst in 2015 it was €327,027, figure 12. The average monthly rental rates for houses in Cyprus in 2016 amounted to €563, while the yearly average for 2015 was €533, figure 13. Note: housing prices according to RICS index relate to semi-detached, 3-bedroom houses, 250 m2, medium quality with garden. Retail property. The average price for retail properties in Cyprus in 2016 was €350,106, while in 2015 it was €349,546, figure 14. The average monthly rental rates for retail properties in Cyprus in 2016 amounted to €1,522 compared to €1,524 in 2015, figure 14. Below you can find out useful tips and information regarding real estate appraisal principles and procedures. 1. You should always enlist the help of a reputable agent FDI advisor when selling or buying real estate. This agent will analyze comparable sales and prepare an estimate of value, which thus will result in pricing the property accurately. 2. A real estate appraisal provides opinion on the value of real estate, land and/or buildings. Therefore, always have in mind that opinions are of subjective nature and can be disputed. 3. There are many contributing factors that affect the real estate market. Ask your agent advisor to advise you on specific issues.